Like, this movie was not made for me. Okay. Like, I understand that. It's Snow White. I don't give a shit about Snow White. I'm sorry. You know, maybe if I had some daughters or something, like, that would make sense. I would have to go and like begrudgingly watch it. But like, why are so many 40-year-old men, why are they chirping about Snow White not being like hot enough or whatever? It's such a strange thing. It does not make any sense. Snow White, it's even worse than I expected. 4.3 million views 8 days ago. These guys they were never supposed to watch this movie. They don't want to watch the movie. They just want to shit about this movie. But the movie's not for you. It's like me freaking out about Bluey, you know? That's what it feels like to me. Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe I am crazy. Or maybe everyone else has become increasingly more insane, where these guys just like lose their shit at everything. And it's supposed to be the most masculine thing you can do. The most masculine thing you can do is get mad at a Disney production made for children. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? It's for girls. It's for children. It's for like babies. Like, what? It's not everything is supposed to serve you. Has Snow White ever, was the intention for Snow White to serve you well into your adulthood? Like, I don't understand. The movie was bad though. Rachel was good, but the movie is bad. I know. But even if the movie was good, I would still say it's not for me. I don't give a shit. And I think there's a level of freedom and a level of honesty in saying, I don't care about this. Okay. These guys, on the other hand, cannot do that because they have to make it. They have to complain. Why do we care it though? I don't care about the movie at all. I care about this shit. I care about these fucking losers like losing their goddamn minds over it. I care about the culture surrounding rage bait outrage merchants. Okay, this is what they do. This is what they sell. They sell outrage. Also, shouts out to Pedro Pascal, who posted the support of Rachel Zegler. Pedro shared the story on his Instagram page. Says, at Rachel Zegler, hashtag icon. I like that there are still people in Hollywood that are unafraid of being, what do you call it? They're unafraid of just like being political. Like Pedro Pascal is obviously one of these people. He's obviously has a socialist family, like a historical socialism in his background, in his lineage. I saw a tweet about Pedro the other day that I thought was pretty funny. They were like, there's a real old Hollywood vibe to Pedro Pascal where they keep talking about him like, oh, which lady will finally lock him down? Like as though, you know, he's not, you know, he's I'm not going to say nothing. Are you getting him on stream? Oh, dude, that would be amazing. It would be amazing to get Pedro on stream. It's wild to me that the media is going to run with this anti-genocide girl that ruined the box office for the new Snow White, not the shit script and the Gal Gadot boycott. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. Like that's the other side of this is that like I think most people just didn't care about the Snow White thing. It felt like they dumped the project fairly early on because there's no marketing for it. Like when a movie that is this big budget doesn't get like a lot of marketing attached to it, you can kind of tell that they don't care. They're burning it. Vanity Fair wrote about it. I like that there are like warring factions within Hollywood press right now. It's very cool. They're warring. We'll talk about Gal Gadot too, actually, because there's a new meta on TikTok that the kids at the gym I go to were making fun of. Like everyone loves making fun of Gal Gadot's horrible acting. It's interesting that like there are certain industry papers that you can tell like Variety is they're attack dogs. I like that Vanity Fair at least is reporting on this and being like, yeah, this is not working actually. But my speculation is they just basically dumped it. Like they dumped the project. It's something that they do. It's something that studios do in general. But the reason why I say that like this wasn't a project that they were really invested in beyond the $200+ million that they dumped into it was because of the lack of marketing. And this is stuff that they do all the time. Like, especially in the age of streamers where they just don't market this stuff. They just kind of like let it sit out there. in and of itself with seemingly no for seemingly no reason, right? Ultimately, they came after Rachel Zegler because she's outspoken. She's an outspoken actress who is both quote unquote political because she's a brown woman and young, but also because she is actually kind of outspoken, right? You know, she has that like 2016 era liberal, maybe even leftist vibes to her in a way that in a package that is also rubbing people the wrong way because she's also like a brown woman. Right wingers hate her. Yeah, she's outspoken. She says some shit. She says some shit about Snow White. She did like the classic, like, oh, it's not going to be the old school Snow White, movie. It's going to be something different, whatever. But what they wanted to, what the studio wanted to basically, this project that they were already invested in dumping, right? They wanted to say there's a reason for this flop. And basically, they pointed all those fingers at Rachel Zegler, partially because she's outspoken and partially because she said free Palestine. And we covered this story already, but it's cool that all these like big bad industry papers turned around and wrote articles about how she actually is the reason why the Snow White movie is failing, and not because of like Gal Gadot or not because of any other reason, not because it got a 1.8 on IMDb. Like these are not, is not the only reason why this project kind of fell apart. Okay, that's ridiculous. Yeah, she said free Palestine at the tail end on the when they were out promoting the movie. That's the reason why the movie sucks. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Review bombing by chuds who never saw the movie and show. Was the original Snow White Asmongold's favorite movie? That's what I that's the thing. Like, I don't know if we can just like get people to snap out of it like this either. I try to. I try my best. I'm like, hey, I don't think you care about this. Like, why do you care about this so much? Like, are you okay? You know, is everything all right? Like in the real world, if a friend of mine that is around my age, if like a 30-plus-year-old guy friend of mine was like, bro, you seen this Snow White shit? I'd be like, what are you saying? No, I haven't. Why has this thought ever crossed your mind? You don't care about this. You watched a podcast that told you should care about this. The fuck's wrong with you? Be your own goddamn man. Be a man. Be a man. Be a man. Okay? Be a man. You're a bot. It doesn't make sense. Ask Cutie, she's a Disney adult though. Well, that's the other side of the story, is that the film is not also good in and of itself. So I don't even think the Disney adults are on board with this regardless. There's just nothing. I mean, there's no better situation for these Gamergate losers than to like, this is a perfect storm because it's also a dog shit product. Because when big budget production gets the crosshairs from the Outrage merchants, right? But it actually does solid sales or it actually reaches like critical acclaim or whatever, then they kind of have to throw it out. They just kind of have to move on to the next thing. But when something that they had the crosshairs on actually fails at the box office, then they never let it go. Like with Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 was a video game that every gamer was demanding for decades at this point. They were very excited when it came out, so they couldn't talk about how gay it was. You know, all these Outrage merchants, they wanted to farm it, but they couldn't farm how gay Baldur's Gate 3 was because it was awesome and it got critical acclaim very quickly.